Alright guys, welcome back to, this is going to be a special video. It's going to be a Warhammer video, but I need not Warhammer footage because I have a lot of Warhammer videos, apparently. But we're going to not make this one a Warhammer video. So you've been misled by whatever the thumbnail may or may not be. But what this is going to be a battle report, a short history of my introduction into 10th edition. I say as it's like
Yep.
5 days into 11th
edition on
edition.
the horizon.
Yeah. So
It's
what happened
still
is John is notoriously a very good 40k player,
among my
but
group.
Michael is the better 40k player. You can just ask him.
Yeah.
He does so the plan was I get 1,500 points of John's Necrons, and Michael gets 1,500 points of Michael's Necrons, and John gets 3,000 points. That's what I meant. My bad. Michael's playing Tyranids. And John gets 3,000 points of Eldar.
Well, you're
basic 2v1. Do we want to go over lists? So let's go over lists that I actually had super creative names for that I thought up on at work today. So let's go over Michael's very small 7 monster mosh pit list.
Wow, the 7 monster mosh pit. I'm so scared.
That's what you named my list? I named my list Death to John in New Recruit.
I called mine 1,500 Slaughter because I knew that the casualty rates were going to be staggering.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Alright. So, you want to start with my list?
Yeah.
Alright, my Michael's Monster Mosh Pit. So, I had 2 epic heroes. I had Old One-Eye and the Swarm Lord. Old One-Eye was going to lead 1 Carnifex with, all Scything Talons, and then Bioplasma and Stinger Salvos just to get as much damage as possible. I had 1 character that was going to be a Tyranid Prime with a Lash Whip. No enhancements.
Isn't the Lictor a character?
No, the Lictor is a infantry.
Oh.
So the Lictor, I had the Lictor to do, Lictor stuff, right? Kill some characters, deep strike, whatnot. And then I brought a Biovore for, Biovore, area denial, a little bit of indirect fire artillery. And then 6 Zoanthropes, 2 unit of 3 Zoanthropes. Just to do anti-tank and blast, whatever I needed. They're a good utility unit. And also to provide invulnerable saves from John's super heavy tank stuff. Then for my monsters, my big monsters. Like I said, I had the 1 Carnifex. Then I had an Exocrine, helped take out some of John's heavier infantry. Then I had a Psychophage to provide, feel no pains for my army, and 2 Tyrannifexes, both with the Rupture Cannon, to do some big anti-tank tanko boom. And that was my
great way to put it.
Yeah, and that was my army. I tried to specialize in killing big units.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So my half of the army, my Grom the Staunch army, was more focused on infantry because that was a very big what's the word? Weakness that Michael had, and he also had a very low model count. Like I'm counting 16 models here, maybe 18. I'm not sure, but so I needed numbers and I needed infantry killing power. So I brought 2 units of 20 Necrons. Both had a Royal Warden, a Technomancer, and 2 Crypto Thralls in them. So 224 bricks just to say, fuck it. I love my big numbers of infantry. Makes deploying hell, though. I love my infantry.
Alright, Michael, I think we're cleared.
And then I had 10 Sword and Board Lich Guard led by an Overlord with the Resurrection Orb and what was that one called again, John? The cloak?
Translocation Shroud.
The Translocation Shroud, because I thought it'd be fun to watch my I thought it would be fun to make my my Lich Guard move 11 inches in one turn without rolling any dice.
It does sound fun.
Michael, have you bought your new War Bond yet?
No, I need 40 more super credits.
Imagine. Anyways.
And then 5 Death Marks just because they were cheap and I didn't know what else to get and they looked fun.
And precision.
And precision, but I didn't really like.
Yeah. I also kind of said you should take them for precision.
Well, I didn't know he was going to bring anything attached, I'm going to be honest. Like, because like all the times we played against him, it was just his 3 Spirit Seers that had Lone Op.
Yeah.
And then because during almost every practice game, my backline just got dived immediately turn 1. Well, so I tried to stop that with 2 units of 3 Scorpec Destroyers.
Mm-hmm.
And then to keep the destroyer, I have a unit of 3 Locust Heavy Destroyers. I didn't go with the anti-tank gun because Michael was going to take care of that. Also, I saw 6 attacks, rapid fire 6, sustain hits 1, and I got a boner, so I just maxed that unit out.
Understandable.
You can understand, like, okay, come on, guys, come on. You can't blame a man. All right. And then for the last unit, I just had 70 points to throw around, so I threw in a Canoptic Reanimator. I didn't expect anything to happen of it. I expected it to get tabled turn 1. So I expected
you hit that
nothing.
one effectively.
Yeah, it being such a small base actually came in handy despite its 3-inch radius of just stupid shit. But yeah, that was my army. All right, and Michael's army. Let's get on to John's Pocketful of Sunshine build here.
Is that actually what you named my list?
Yes, it is Grom the Staunch and the 7-monster Mosh Pit versus a Pocketful of Sunshine.
Alright, so we have a Wraith host of Iandon.
All those do Bright Lances shoot with the Sunshine?
Well, I was going more with his 27 flamethrowers.
Oh yeah, that's a whole lot of sunshine.
Yeah, that's the Pocketful of Sunshine.
34? Yeah. Actually?
The 34, my bad. I counted.
Only 34.
Alright, so, like Michael, I also brought 2 epic heroes. I have the
Do you think John's army runs around looking for neophyte salamanders to burn?
We have the better flamers.
Maybe. Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway,
incinerate them.
Bad jokes aside, let's get back to the army. So John had what?
So, 2 epic heroes. I brought the Avatar of Cain and Eldrad Ultron because I have not dusted those models off in many years.
This is my 4th game of 10th edition, by the way.
Yeah.
The last my last games I played were in 7th edition, like right at the ass crack of 7th, when I didn't have a codex. So I had a rude awakening all 4 games.
Yep.
All right, regular characters. I got a Farseer and 3 Spirit Seers.
He saw a lot of stuff.
I did.
As you could tell.
He saw it. He's like Mama Murphy on the beat.
Exactly.
Regular old infantry, or rather battle line, I have 2 units of Guardian Defenders and a unit of... 4 units of Wraith Guard.
I bet you can guess what they were equipped with.
Flamethrowers.
Never would have known.
More officially known as D-sides, but whatever. Flamethrowers.
Yeah, they function as flamethrowers, so that's what they are.
They are flamethrowers, essentially.
Yeah.
For regular old infantry, I got 10 Dark Reapers with their regular old missile launchers, and I got 10 Warp Spiders with their flamethrowers.
And then on to your big stuff.
For monsters, we got 3 Wraith Lords. For vehicles, we have a Fire Prism and a Wave Serpent. And then for a centerpiece, we have a Wraith Knight. Because Wraith. Yep.
So real quick, John.
Yeah, what's up?
Big stomp, big guns.
So, like you've said 2 or 3 times now, you picked, like you have a mostly Wraith construct army, and you are doing the Craft World Iandon, which is mostly Wraith constructs. Was that like do you usually put your armies, like, paint them for the lore? Or
Usually, yes.
I can
That is
respect
how
that.
I'll do my. That is how I'll do my armies. Like even my
Well, that was neat
Nice.
to hear.
well,
Yeah,
there you go.
I
Yeah.
have a singular inkling of respect for you after this fight that we're about to get into.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm lore accurate with my armies.
Yeah, I can respect that.
All right.
My army had neat lore.
Your army's the fucking box art. Shut the hell up.
Did pick the box art. Like at
Hey,
least I was a little creative.
At least go like High Fleet Ouroboros or something, dude.
That would be awesome if you saw
Hey,
Ouroboros.
that would be neat.
You should
I've
start
considered
repainting the entire army.
I'm surprised you didn't repaint them to High Fleet Kraken so you could be extra lore accurate for this fight.
I
I
know,
should
right?
have. You're right. I should have. I'm a
Because
failure.
speaking of extra lore accurate, John decided to bring some open war stuff. So it wasn't just table each other, get objectives. The objective was kill the courier, which was
We had
we just had
one
one character
character,
that was a yeah.
which
You're,
for the Eldar was our Farseer, and for
And
the
for
other,
us, it was my Lash Whip Prime.
and then
indeed.
for the extra lore flavor, the twist was grudge match, so we ignored battle shock, which we've all agreed just to never use anyways. This was kind of a nothing burger, but thematically, like Necrons versus Eldar, and the Eldar were Iandan, which like have a grudge against Tyranids because that's why they have so many wraiths. So that was
Yep.
neat. So that was neat to
Yep.
draw, but that was fucking useless. And speaking of useless, we had a second twist, which was Acid Rain, which was -1 to like advance and shooting,
Advance and charge.
but we just like forgot about
We
it.
forgot about it.
And then standard deployment.
And
Yeah.
then
And
the good
speaking of
12
deployment, so let's get into this. So for me, it was fairly simple. There were two big buildings and a little watchtower, and past that was a big open field. And hearing, I'm sure you've heard Michael's list as you're watching the video. So
Yep.
I knew I needed to keep the big open space for all his big monsters. So I just threw on each flank. I put a unit of my Necron warriors just in a building, staying out of the way. On the little watchtower, I put my death marks. On the base of the watchtower, I put the heavy destroyers, and then behind them, I put the Canoctic Reanimator. And then there was like a little 3-inch alleyway between the building to the right and the watchtower, so that's where I put my Lich Guard. Didn't get a good photo of them, unfortunately.
Get a pretty
Yeah.
good photo of them.
No, because like the mosh pit is in the way. You can see like the shoulders and the head of a singular Lich Guard.
That's true. That's true.
Just a silhouette. If you zoom in, it's
My fault,
This
man.
is true.
it's all right. It was me. I was the camera guy. I got a good photo, or somebody got a good photo of John's deployment. But then
I
again,
believe
he
I
also
have.
is bright fucking yellow, so it's kind of hard not
Yeah.
to
Yeah, it's
see
kind of hard
him.
to miss them.
Yeah. Speaking of, let's go to Michael's deployment.
So basically, what I tried to do with my deployment is I spread a few of my units out. I hid my Tyranid Prime behind the building on the right side of our right side. Uh, just trying to keep it as far away from John's big guns and all guns as possible. Then for on the other side of the board, I had one of my units of Zoanthropes just to kind of be in the back line, do like some, blast and maybe some focus switch fire on any big units I could get. And everything else I just mashed into the middle, my big monster mash pit. And yeah,
Which I did count it. It
everything.
was 7 monsters in his mosh pit. That's why I named it that.
Yeah, it was 100% a seven monster mosh pit.
And then on to John's deployment.
So mine is incredibly simple. We have a gun line of flamethrowers and small monsters, and then the Wraith Knight and tanks in the back.
Yep, that is what I'm looking
Yep.
at. Also, we did forget to mention it, but the Lictor was in strategic reserve.
Yeah, I had a Lictor in strategic reserves.
And
And
then
then,
my courier was hiding in the back corner behind some rubble piles.
yeah. All right, so turn one did go to John, unfortunately, which we We set up a little bit ambitiously for it, hoping we could get the turn one off, but that's just not what happened. So
That is indeed not what happened.
let's go on to the
Yep.
basic movement phase for John.
All right, movement phase. The gun line advanced, and then there was warp spiders in the Necron warriors' faces. Turn one.
There was Necron. The warp spiders jumped like 12 inches into the building that I was hiding my warriors in, and the courier, the Tyranid courier behind.
Yeah.
So that was a big
You
issue. So I did overwatch them. I used one of our command points.
you got one of them.
I did get one of them, which was crazy because I landed like 14 lethal hits or something
You
outrageous.
only had 4 guys shooting at me, so you only got like
Oh, that must have been
2
another
hits.
Overwatch I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's turn two.
Oh, okay, that was turn two. My bad. Getting ahead of myself.
Mhm.
Gosh, all these spoilers for the rest of the game.
I
Yeah,
know.
I shot something, guys, and I had lethal hits on my Necron warriors. You would have never known.
I know, right?
It's not like all of their weapon
That's.
options have lethal hits.
But yeah, pretty much the gunlight advance. That's it.
And then shooting phase, stuff did happen.
Shooting phase. There was a lot of
Oh,
stuff that happened.
a lot of
I
important
did
stuff
not kill
happened.
many uh, Necrons. I only got their death marks. I
Yeah,
only
that was
got all
a
of the death marks and a couple of Lich Guard. But on the Tyranid losses, they lost their one of their two Tyrannifexes
Yeah.
to focused fire.
yeah.
So
I barely lost it. If I had chosen what damage I wanted to ignore and what I wanted to roll my feel no pains, and if I'd done slightly better on my feel no pains, the Trafex would have survived.
And I will admit, I did just completely blunder the death marks. They had deep strike, but I just didn't think he'd just kill him like that. I didn't think he'd be able to
precision
hit
is
me because
nasty, man.
didn't you hit him with like your Dark Reapers from like across the board?
Yep.
Yeah.
I also again was planning on having turn one where like deep striking my snipers wouldn't have been that important. So
Yeah.
that
That's
was
one
my big
mistake
blunder.
I've consistently made is the turn one thing.
Mhm.
I keep betting on getting turn one, but
Yeah,
then
because that's how you play the
like
fucking game of Warhammer, dude. You have a whole army in
Never,
front of you that you can move and shoot in one turn. So
never bet on turn
not
one.
wanting turn one is like basically suicide.
My bad. My reflexes are just too good.
Yeah, you didn't kill too many Necrons, like you said. Some big losses on the Tyranid front.
yeah.
Well, if you've only got 15 models.
And then there was no charge phase, right?
Yep.
Which I was a
Yeah,
little
no
surprised
charge.
that he didn't charge me with the warp spiders, because I had a lot of shooting in that Necron unit. I had like, let's see here,
Yeah, but then if I had charged you, I would have been stuck there, and
I
then
had
the
like
Lich Guard would have
47
been like,
bullets coming out of that unit, dude. I think you would have rather taken the like 5 base contact models.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
with no
also a little
charges, that
surprised the
puts it
thunder
into
charge.
the Necron slash
the
Tyranid
bottom
turn
of
one.
turn one.
So I'm just gonna go first real quick. In the left building, there were
And
zoanthropes that were behind my Necron warriors that literally couldn't move because we were packed in so tight. So I had to advance a little bit. Unfortunately, I did lose my cover, but you know, I was trying to stay out of Michael's way. He was the
Mhm.
big damage dealer. My whole plan was to just stay out of his way and hold a line,
or some
Yeah.
semblance of a line.
something that resembles a line. That is indeed what happened. And then my
Yeah.
two Scorpex also just moved up and out of his way. Did not move my other warriors because they had warp spiders in their ass. They
Yeah.
could not afford to move.
Well,
Also, we needed those
did.
war was dead before they killed our carrier.
Actually, you did move them.
Oh
You
yeah, I
lost both
shifted them
crypto
like two
thralls.
inches to the right as an excuse to like put more of them on the second story to get line of sight.
You lost both your crypto thralls and about 6 warriors in that unit.
Yeah, but then I'm pretty sure I used like a command point or something and just brought them all back.
No, that's with
Yeah.
the bring back.
Huh?
That's with bring back.
Oh, that was with bring back?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's the one thing I like about Necrons. Their models aren't as fragile, but they are way more durable and faster and more killy than Death Guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back to the movement
Yeah.
phase. John or Michael, what did you move?
So, uh, let's go left to right. Starting with the Zoanthropes in the left side building with all the warriors. Like T said, he moved his warriors up a little bit so I could move my Zoanthropes down. So I floated them down to get line of sight of John's Wraith Knight. My whole plan for turn one was to pump as much damage into that Wraith Knight as possible and hopefully bring it down, because I figured that would probably be the biggest threat to my army, seeing how much damage it did and just like obliterated my Tyrannifex. I want to get rid of it as soon as possible.
He was, in
So,
fact, wrong about this.
yeah, I was wrong. Anyway, uh, yeah, so I moved my Zoanthropes up. Other than that, I advanced my blob into the center, just trying to get everything as close as possible. And I got pretty close. My Carnifexes were 7 inches away from one of his Wraith Lords and a little bit away from the Wraith Knight. So my movement was pretty effective. Uh, yeah. Other than that, the only thing I didn't move were my, Exocrine, Tyrannifexes, all the units that need heavy, Biovore, and then my Lashwhip Prime.
For
I
obvious
kept
reasons.
him behind. Yeah, my my turn prime. I kept him behind the building, and I decided it would be best if I let T deal with the warp spiders and just stay behind the building for cover before John just sniped me out of the ether. That was all of my movement for turn one.
I'm gonna snipe you with missile launchers next time.
And then on
I
to the
wouldn't be
shooting
surprised.
phase. So shooting phase, I'm gonna go first because I definitely had more to do.
You
Mhm.
So
definitely did.
for the unit Necron, I'm going right to left. Unit of Necron warriors shot into the warp spiders, left them with 5 models, and then they jumped back and lost a model.
Yep.
So pretty effective there. I relieved the pressure and killed 4 more of them than I would have in Overwatch, or I did in Overwatch. So that's a hard fought victory for me.
Indeed, it
Um,
was.
the other Necron warrior unit, did they shoot anything? I can't remember.
No, I don't think.
Uh,
No, because
I don't
everything
think
was in
they did.
cover.
mm-mm.
And plus I was just moving them up to free up space. It wasn't like I was trying to do anything tactical with them.
Yeah, sounds like
The
very cagey or
so yeah,
very
the
cover
other
oriented.
yeah,
Or
I'm
cover
picking up on
oriented.
that.
That's how we'll put it.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to buy my $800 eBay army for Death Guard and get nothing but it's just gonna be half of my army. It's just gonna be fucking Deep Strike Terminators with Torrent.
Lovely. You love Torrent.
I might love
Yeah,
Torrent.
you gotta love Torrent, bro.
Well, I
I
definitely
still
don't like it
grant
when
this
John
outfit.
has it.
Yeah, no, John does not need Torrent. We
That's
all
the
know
whole
he's
pocket full
all.
of sunshine. Every time you just Overwatch us, it's just like a whole unit gone.
Yeah,
Well, not the whole unit, only most of it.
Only all of the except for the characters.
yeah.
Well,
I've
Yeah,
seen
the
John
other thing I
flamethrower
shot was
like 14 wound monsters into oblivion.
yeah. The only thing I shot other than that was the Locust Heavy Destroyers. I was gonna shoot into the Wraith Lord, but then Michael convinced me to shoot into the Wraith Knight. Um,
Yeah,
so
I
I did a
wanted to
whole
try to get
one
as much
wound.
damage into it as possible.
So I did a whole one
So
wound to
I
the Wraith
figured,
Knight, and then John pulled a sneaky.
yeah. John,
so
you want
for
to explain
context,
your army
Do you
rules?
want to
my
explain to yourself?
my detachment is the Spirit Conclave. It gives me access to my army rule for all Wraith constructs, as long as they're within a certain number of inches of a character. But my army rule is called Agile Maneuvers. So based on certain triggers, I can do certain movements. Like, for example, shooting at me.
Yeah. Is it just shooting at you or dealing damage with a shot?
As long as you hit a single shot.
So you just need a hit. You don't even need a wound.
I don't even need to take damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my
Well,
shooting
that
phase.
happened.
So yeah.
I pushed his units back, and I did some damage.
You did in fact hold the
Oh
line
wait,
for a
hold
turn.
on. Hold on. Is that what I... Was it next turn or the other turn that I got the only other kill of the game?
Next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so back to
Yeah,
Michael's
this
shooting
turn you
phase.
killed a Spirit Seer
Oh, that
and
was
my
the one I was talking about. So yeah,
Dark
that's what I
Reaper.
shot with my other unit in Necron Warriors. I was like, wait a minute. This lone op guy, I'm within 12 inches of him with like 5 Necrons and a Royal Warden. Holy fuck, I can take him out. I was so excited to kill that one
Mm-hmm.
Spirit Seer. I dumped a whole unit and a whole shot into him.
Yep.
Basically, he just got like executed like an enemy of the state.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
All right, that was all of my shooting now.
Yeah. We're hell diving now, by the way.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah. Onto my shooting. So, what did I shoot? Same thing as before. Let's start with left to right. Starting with the zone tropes inside of the building. Because John did his stupid Eldar cheese, I lost a lot of the shots that I was going to try to get onto his Wraith Knight. So I had to replan. Oh, I guess let's start with my Exocrine. What I did with my Exocrine is I shot into John's what was it, Dark Scythes?
Reapers.
Yeah, Dark Reapers. I can never remember the name of the unit. Anyway,
Imagine.
uh yeah, I shot into John's Dark Reapers, trying to, wipe out that unit. So I did quite a bit of damage with my Exocrine, blew quite a few up, and then I almost finished it off with my we're doing a hell dive, by the way. I almost finished it
Hell
off.
dive.
You remind me of this one dude on
Difficulty
TikTok.
9, John. Never mind. You're a good loadout, I guess. Um,
You remind me of this
so
one
yeah.
dude on TikTok who does like siege commentary, but in between every sentence he has to remind you of his rank. He'll just be like, "I call this technique sensing the enemy. I'm Diamond 1."
Well, I'm just making sure John's bringing an appropriate loadout for the Helldiver game
And
because
you're
we're
just like,
doing it
"Yeah,
as
so I
level
shot into
9
it with my
difficulty instead
Exocrine.
of
I'm
the
helldiving, by the way. And I
yeah.
did a couple
Gosh.
wounds. I'm helldiving, by the way."
Yep, that sounds like Michael.
Well,
Or
I'm just trying to.
What
Okay,
planet are y'all
I just
on?
couldn't tell. Was it Heath or something? No, not Heath.
whichever one the major order's on.
Yeah,
Does the
whatever one the DSS is on.
Oh, Hydrobotus. Okay, good.
anyways,
Yeah. So,
on with the
all
shooting
right,
phase,
I'll go.
Michael.
Yeah, shooting
Stop
Yeah.
phase.
distracting yourself.
Unload into the Dark Reapers.
Okay,
There
we
were
were distracting him.
only two models left by the time I was done, so I nearly wiped the unit, made them pretty much useless to John. Got rid of the threat. That's the important part. Next, I tried to take out. What did I try to take out? Oh, I put in. What I shoot after
You
that?
shot your other Terran effects into the Wraith Knight.
Oh yeah, I shot my other Tranfex into the Wraith Knight. Did good shooting, right? It's a 6-up save. He made the 6-up save.
You did, in
Um,
fact, do good shooting. You just didn't wound with all except one.
yeah. So yeah, nothing for me to get done there.
Also,
John's
because
just
you did mention
immortal.
it, and I remembered, I did kind of maybe fuck over Michael, because he forgot that his Biovore had Blast, and the Dark Reapers were technically within 24 inches of range of the rest of that Necron unit that took out the Spirit Seer. So that was a
Yeah,
bit of a blunder, but you know,
it was okay.
Takes
It,
like
money.
what could that one extra shot have done you at the end of the day?
I would have made the save anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, he would have
Yeah.
made it. So I think
Chances are.
overall, was that even a blunder at that point? Like, we got units killed.
Yeah.
You did kill
So
units.
yeah, we almost wiped a unit. We did good. We did
I,
good.
I wiped a unit,
So
all right. That Spirit Seer's been turned to paste, all right.
hey,
It
I
wasn't
turned that
who
fucker into
paid.
Hiroshima Shadow.
yeah, who almost got rid of those Dark Reapers?
Who told me to shoot at the Wraith Knight?
Okay. Mistakes were made. We both killed units, killed models. Okay. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that was all my shooting for turn one.
Yeah, that was all the
I
shooting.
shot my bow for at something, and
Onto the charge phase.
all's well that ends. Yeah, charging. So I made none of my charges.
I made one of my charges.
Yeah.
So
Out of
let's go
the
over
4
mine first, real
charges
quick.
attempted,
The 5, I
there was
believe.
only the Scorpec.
So there were
Yeah.
I tried to charge one of my Necrons, my Lich Guard, and my Scorpic Destroyers. So the Lich Guard, it was like a very optimistic 12-inch charge into some Wraith Lords.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And
you
you
have
hit it.
like everything in your army has the fucking Wraith word. It's fucking me over.
Hmm.
It really is a
Yeah,
little
why
bit
can't you be like
difficult.
the Death Guard and have things like Death Shroud and Blight Lord and Sloppity?
Well, I mean, we have Wraith Blades, Wraith Guard, Wraith Lords, and
Exactly.
Wraith
All
Knight.
right.
She's Sloppity on
Yeah.
my Bile Piper till I Nurgle.
I wish John did that to us.
So
Yeah.
the Necrons that killed the Spirit Seer, I just was like, fuck it, I'll just charge in to charge in, I guess. I didn't
Hmm.
make that. One of the Scorpex was going somewhere, I don't even remember where, but they failed that. The Immortals, or the Lich Guard failed theirs for obvious reasons. The other
The
unit of
second,
Scorpec Destroyers, they actually made it into combat against one of the unit of
Yeah.
Wraith Guard
and
that
then
also happened to have the uh,
Avatar of Cain right next to it.
right next to it.
Yeah.
So I didn't look at the stats of the Avatar of Cain beforehand, so I thought I would be like, holding him back for a couple turns. But
I did
basically
look
what
at the
happened
stats. I
was
was very
is
worried about
I got into combat with the Wraith Guard, -2 AP, 12 attacks, 3 up ballistic strength. It was looking good, right? I killed a whole 1 Wraith Guard and put 1 on 1 wound. And then, John, do you want to explain what happened next?
Let's just say the Avatar of Cain heroically intervened, and there were no more Scorpec.
Yeah,
it.
they
Yeah.
they kind of like evaporated. I didn't even know they could do that.
It was impressive.
He sent them back from whence they came permanently.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, now does Michael want to talk about his charge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
My Carnifexes, right? Moved them up 7 inches away
with
with
reroll.
2 die. Yeah, with 2 dice. 7 is statistically the most common number to roll.
So
I rolled a 4. So you know what? I need this charge. My entire game plan revolves around this charge. It was a foolish of me to do that, but that's what it ended up happened. I needed this charge to succeed. So I I reroll. I command reroll, right? Snake eyes, whoop-de-doo. Yeah, so
my favorite numbers.
yeah, my
Mm-hmm.
charges got nowhere. Then I needed like a, what was it? It was like a 10-inch charge with my Swarm Lord to get him in.
12.
He didn't. 12-inch charge? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 11 or 12. I don't even remember.
Yeah, one of the two. Obviously didn't make it. So yeah, my charges were just horrible. Disgustingly horrible. Didn't make a single one. So I was really happy with
After all,
how
your
my charges
entire
went.
game plan was banking on that roll.
Yeah,
I will
that
admit, it
was
was a
that was
bit foolish to put all of your eggs in one basket.
yeah. I agree. I definitely not my best playing. Normally I do spread out a little bit more than that.
Also, I will say he did want to charge the Wraith Knight just straight up during the movement phase, and I convinced him that if he could charge into the Wraith Lord that was closer, and kill that, he could then consolidate into the Wraith Knight. So that was my 2 bits for him, which
That was
may or
really
may
good
not,
advice.
may or may not have worked, but we'll never know because it didn't happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was the end of our turn 1. We basically lost. Like we said, we were hoping for turn 1, didn't get it. So that was like we're already down a good bit of our strategy, and then Michael failed his charge. So his entire
Yeah.
army basically was just out in the open, like we said, 7 inches away from the entire enemy army. So
Yeah.
that was basically like we were marked for death at that point. It stopped being a game of can we
Pretty
win
much.
and started being a game of how far can we get until we lose.
Yeah.
But we were good sports. We
It
didn't
became a
immediately
game of,
give up.
yeah.
Y'all did
It was
try.
it was a game of how many Hail Mary attempts can we get?
So yeah, after
And
this,
unfortunately,
I
I
had a
sold
game
one Hail
plan.
Mary.
I was just gonna sit back and let Michael do the work like he wanted to. But after this, I started pulling out gambits left and right. I was trying everything I could.
Well,
Anyway, that's enough talking about that for right
Yeah,
now.
enough talking about that. And then
yeah.
on to so that would be John's turn 2.
All
You want
right,
to talk
my
about what
turn.
moved?
A lot of the same. The gun line advanced. The stuff got in position. The Farseer stayed in the back with his retinue. You know, standard stuff.
Did not mean to drop that there.
That's all right. But yeah, I did lose almost all of my warp spiders to Overwatch in this phase. So
Again.
well, I only had the Exarch left at that point.
Yeah, and the Exarch was at 1 wound, so
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I
pretty.
would call it Overwatch well spent.
It was Overwatch
Yeah.
well spent from the Necrons.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I'm getting a lot of praise over here, Michael. I thought you were the better player and shit.
Okay. Okay. You're.
All right.
He has done well in the battles that I have observed him play.
And then I turn into
Sometimes
a
better than
drooling
you, Michael.
retard the moment he turns his back.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
guess.
But then again, I don't know. Have you played Warhammer against anyone else?
Other than us, I don't think so.
You know what? We're gonna chain Michaels to a chair and make him play Quar.
No.
Yep, bet.
No.
Let's do it.
No.
And I won't be telling him
Okay.
the rules. He'll get my 7th ed experience.
Okay.
But anyway,
Okay.
Yeah, whose
on
turn
to
was
Anyway.
it
shooting
again?
phase.
Whose turn
My
is it? Oh yeah,
shooting.
shooting phase Eldar. Yep.
Yeah.
Eldar shooting phase 2. We
Made
shot
every
a
shot.
lot of Necron
Shot
warriors.
everything.
You might have shot a lot of
Everything they
Necrons.
touched just instantly died.
Because flamethrowers. Isn't
Yeah.
it awesome when you
Yeah.
only have to roll 2 dice rolls instead of 3?
The anal evisceration of 26.
But yeah,
Pretty sure
other
that's
than
what we're
that,
calling this.
a Carnifex died. That's
You
Yeah,
about
he
it.
mean,
killed the Carnifex.
yeah.
And then the charge phase. I got off 4 charges. Wraithlord to Old One Eye, Wraithlord to Destroyers, Wraithlord to Lich Guard, and then the Avatar to the Swarm Lord.
Yeah.
The Swarm Lord and Old One Eye did not walk away.
No, there was no old one
No.
eye. There was no old one eye.
You're right. The suspiciously one-eyed
Who's pulling up reels right now?
Carnifex died.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one that's not
Okay.
painted correctly, so it's not old one eye, did
I
die.
know, right?
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, nothing beating on Michael's stuff. And then he
Mm-hmm.
didn't kill anything, but he did hurt. But the Necrons did hurt a lot in the fights back.
Amen.
All right, that's it for my turn too.
Yeah.
Bottom of 2. What was y'all's?
Bottom of 2. So
Uh, mission survive, pretty much.
Yeah, like I said, I was like my whole purpose in this game was to stay out of Michael's monster's way and keep the line intact. So I popped a good couple
Yeah.
resurrections of a lot of things.
Yeah.
The best way to put this is,
Yeah.
Where were we?
I believe
So
it is.
shooting phase, or a movement phase, I had to reanimate a lot. Um,
Mhm.
Got back your destroyers and a bunch of your warriors.
yeah, I got back one of my destroyers. I got back like almost
Almost double
doubled
your
my
warriors.
Necron warrior amount over there. So then there were some gambits I had to take. So the Exarch I was worried about because I didn't want that thing killing the Prime, but I also needed to
Yeah.
free up my Lich Guard because I wanted to see if I could do the next turn. I want to see if I could do that 11-inch move with the Translocation Shroud and try to get after his fucker, his courier.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the courier 6 action,
Oh, the
and it just
courier.
yeah. So I moved all of my Necron warriors outside of the building while keeping my Technomancer inside the building in unit coherency so I could shoot my Staff of Light into the Exarch. And if I
Yep.
didn't do one wound, I was going to kill myself.
Yeah.
Congrats, he did not kill himself.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
still
He's
here,
still here.
guys. Other than that, I didn't have much to move. I mean, everything was in melee. So, except for the
Yep.
Necrons that I just healed up, and I was scared of Overwatch,
I've got a
so they
500
stayed
mic.
there and they shot at people.
Uh,
Yeah, onto Michael.
Yep.
so I tried to help T as much as possible. So
Well, we tried to help each other
what
as
I
much as
did,
possible.
yeah. I asked him what he wanted dead, and I killed it. He wanted the
We're still in the movement phase.
oh, movement? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh I don't think I moved really anything.
There's
Yeah, I
one that
didn't
you
move.
moved.
Did I? What did I move? Oh, I pulled my Lictor out of Deep Strike and put him behind John's lines. Unfortunately, John uh he made sure not to leave a he was very careful not to leave a little bubble right by
I
his
only had
carrier.
a 20-inch bubble around him that nobody could deep strike into.
Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't help that Michael did announce it like right as you started touching models that he was going to rapid ingress.
He is.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't fully understand how rapid ingress worked. So, I may have announced what I was going to do a little too early. So, I'll admit that was a really bad wrong on my part.
Yeah. So
Mistakes were
Um,
made.
that was his
Lessons were
one other
learned.
egg that he just threw at the wall. He didn't even put it in a basket.
The wall did
oh,
enjoy that egg.
I did not know how the wall worked. Um,
You should have brought
yeah.
that like 18 fucking Death Leaper army that I was telling you about.
Honestly, that
You
would have
want
been
me?
fun.
You want me to do that? I
Uh,
have the models for it.
Next time it's a 2v
I
next time it's a 2v1 and we have the courier, all right? I need you to bring your 18 lictors.
All the precision.
All the deep strike, all the precision, all the power.
Yep. Anyway,
Yeah, that was
so
his movement phase. On to shooting phase.
yeah, that's all right.
So my
Shooting.
Necron Warrior Gambit did not work. I was planning on just shooting off uh, the Lord off of my Lich Guard early. I got him down to, I believe we agreed on 4 wounds, and then Michael
Yeah,
had to
four
finish it
wounds.
off for me. I did some shooting into the Wraith Guard with my other Necron Warrior unit, but that didn't give any, that provided no results.
Yeah.
So, and then
Yeah.
Michael.
So for me, like I said, I was just trying to help T in any way I could. So he wanted the two Wraith Lords
Well, I
next
just
to
wanted the one on my
his.
Lich Guard dead.
Okay. So yeah, he wanted the one on his Lich Guard dead. It was at 4 wounds. I thought it'd be pretty easy to do. So I shot at it with my zone thropes that were on the middle of the board. Uh, I got a hit in, but unfortunately I rolled disgustingly low. So 2 damage. So he was at 2 wounds. Then I just fucking obliterated it with my rupture cannon on my Tyrannifex. Uh, so he was out of the way. Didn't explode, didn't kill any more Lich Guard. So that was good news. Then I just decided to, since the Dark Reapers, since the Dark Reapers were already kind of like out of utility, they weren't doing anything anymore. Instead of finishing off that model, I decided to just kind of like, you know, have fun and just start taking pot shots into his Guardian Defenders that were also in that building. So I just started whittling them down, shot them with my Exocrine and then the Zoanthropes that were on that side, I think. And so yeah, that was my shooting.
All right, and on to the charge phase.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so there were supposed to be a lot more charges, but there only ended up being one. So,
Because we called
Michael,
it
did you have any plans that you remember having?
Plans for charges? No. All my monsters were in combat. Well, except for my shooting monsters, thankfully. Uh,
I would
they
have
were
had my
all in.
next turn.
Yeah, all of my monsters were in combat. So I charged my Lictor. I tried to charge my Lictor in. Unfortunately, I didn't quite make that charge. I don't think so. It was a 9-inch charge. Failed it. Uh, yeah, other than that, I did not have any charges on this turn.
All right, so let me talk about some of another gambit of mine that I wanted to do. So you heard about the Lich Guard, you heard about my Necron Warrior shooting. So the other Necron Warrior were going to play a pivotal role here. So they were going to charge into the Wraith Guard to bait out the Overwatch, so that my second unit of Scorpec Destroyers could charge into the Avatar of Cain that was currently attacking Michael's Psychophage. I wasn't expecting to
Yeah,
do any meaningful damage, but that means that next turn, John would have had the choice of either attacking the Psychophage or the Scorpion Destroyers. So I was basically buying him another round, maybe, of having Psychophage.
yeah.
Now,
Keeping Feel No Pain for the rest of my mobs.
yeah. Now, what happened
Very
was,
important.
uh, the first part of that gambit worked. My Necron warriors did charge forward, successfully charged, and got the Overwatch onto them. However, I just heard like 28 hits or something fucking outrageous like that, and I just started blindly rolling dice, and by the time that all the Necron warriors were gone, I lost count of how many dice I rolled, and it was 2 a.m., and I work at 6 hours, so we just agreed that we lost this 2 rounds ago. Like, let's just call it a day and go to bed.
Yep, pretty much.
So that is
Yeah,
how that
it's
happened.
tough.
So, decisive win for the Eldar.
It was decisive the moment you entered the building.
It was not
Yeah.
decisive at that moment. Come on.
Okay,
Yeah.
look, we knew we weren't gonna win. It was just a question of how far we would get.
I'd say we got pretty far. Like, we probably could have made it
We
to
did.
round 5 if it wasn't 2 in the morning.
Yeah. So here's another thing. Uh, in my mind, I had thought up a Hail Mary play that we could have done. What that would have been was to move my Biovore, the 5 inches he could move, closer to John's carrier. And then for one command point, I could have given him precision on critical hits. On 6s to hit, I could have given my Biovore precision. So I decided not to do that. I rolled for the Biovore anyway, and
A bomb.
I would have made it. If I had actually just tried to do that little gambit that I just come up with, I might have made it. That could have saved our game. But because it was so unlikely, I decided not to go with it.
Yep, you could have tried to precision him off the board.
Yeah, with a precision artillery strike him off the board. I
You're
would
not
have only
Imperial
needed
Guard.
2
Stop
hits,
it.
and I got those 2 hits.
Michael, you're not Imperial Guard. Stop playing like it.
Yeah, but I don't blame Michael for not going for that. I mean,
I don't
looking
either.
like if his pivotal charge didn't work, there's no way that he should have expected that other
Yeah,
one to
no
work.
way in hell that was gonna work.
It's not like he even
But
got into
unfortunately, it
combat with
was
the
work.
Tyrannifexes, or not the Tyrannifexes, the Carnifexes, and then lost. Like it's not
Hmm.
like okay, so I can roll good this game. Like at this point, we were
Yeah,
just shooting the shit. We didn't expect anything to happen of anything.
I don't think
Yeah.
I really had to even like. I don't think I had really any good rolls that entire game.
You had one or two decent rolls, but
Yeah,
no
you had
like
like a 5 and a 6
outstanding.
somewhere.
Yeah, but other than that, I
Statistically,
didn't.
with how many armor saves you had to take, you had to have rolled a 5 and a 6 somewhere.
Yeah,
You did make quite a few of your invul saves from the whatchamacallits.
Stormlord,
Zoanthropes.
Zoanthropes.
that was on throw. They're really good at making 4-up impulses.
Yeah, but you were rolling fours, you were rolling sixes now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, old one eye, and then the psychophages. The psychophage generally stays on the board for a pretty long time due to his feel no pain, and he did that again this game, even though he was up against like some really tough opponents. He did
Mm-hmm.
surprisingly well there. I think it took the Avatar of Cain a while to kill him, didn't it?
We
Didn't
didn't
even kill him.
actually fight. We
I
didn't
don't
Oh yeah,
think.
we
actually.
Mm.
yeah we ended the game before the Avatar of Cain could even kill him.
Yep.
Yeah, with that, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, or
Yeah.
maybe tell us to do this again, or maybe tell us to never do this again. I don't know. I'm not your
I mean, we're
pappy.
probably gonna do another 2v1, but
We're definitely doing another game somewhere. You know what? Yeah, Core. We're gonna
Yeah.
do a Core battle report next time, guys. I hope you
no,
enjoy
thank you.
Anteaters.
Yippee! Anteaters.
Muppet
Is that what
Anteaters.
they are?
No,
No.
Oh,
Muppet Dance Eaters.
Muppets. Muppet
Muppets.
Anteaters.
Watch for
Not
the
the Muppet
fucking Core battle
Anteaters.
report. I just take the same thumbnail and add a 2 on it.
Is that actually gonna be a
Josh.
thumbnail?
Yeah, that's gonna be the thumbnail.
Crazy.
John raped us
John raped
electric
us again,
boogaloo.
but this time with colorful little
John raped
World War
us
One
two electric
soldiers.
boogaloo.
But yeah, thank you for
I like
watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Bye.
goodbye.
Can't wait for part 2.